My name is Jenna Dolce, and for my social media issue presentation, I chose the topic social comparison and selfie syndrome. So, table of contents start with the overview, go into background, personal connection, the issue, case study, society impact, solutions, the future, recommendations, and conclusion. Starting off with the introduction, social media plays a large role in how people see themselves. It portrays a false sense of what we should look like, which sends many people into the rabbit hole of comparison. Both men and women struggle with this, but it is a bit disproportionate. However, both statistics of men and women are over 50%. 88% of women say they compare themselves to the media, and 65% of men say they compare themselves to the media. The question is why? For the timeline of events, we'll start in 1954 with the theory of social comparison, then move to the first social media platform called 6 Degrees in 1996, Friendster, MySpace, and Facebook in 2002 to 2004, Instagram in 2010, selfie culture in 2012 to 2013, influencers in 2014 to 2016, Snapchat culture in 2012 to 2013, influencers in 2014 to 2016, COVID in 2020 to 2022, and AI and photo editing in 2023 to present day. To understand the background, we have to talk about where social comparison theory came from. In 1954, Leon Festinger introduced the term to emphasize the way people evaluate their own qualities, such as appearance, body weight, and socioeconomic status, against their peers. A popular phrase would be keeping up with the Joneses, where people strive to keep up with their neighbors. In 1997, the first true social media platform was released called 6 Degrees. 6 Degrees allowed users to create friend lists and message people. Users could see their connections to any other user, allowing them to map their social network. This made it possible for people's online identities to be visible and comparable. In 2002 to 2004, Friendster, MySpace, and Facebook were introduced. These platforms allowed public follower and friend counts and profile photos, which helped make social status become quantifiable. People started contributing popularity and worth with how many followers they had online. The platform MySpace even had a top friends ranking. In 2010, Instagram was launched. Instagram was the first visual platform, which further increased the social comparison. Suddenly, there was a certain visual standard people had to meet. Instagram also provided filters for users and created an illusion of perfection for people online. Like before, followers were public, so there was a social comparison there too. In 2012 to 2013, selfie culture became mainstream. In 2013, the word selfie was added to the Oxford Dictionary because of the popularity behind them. In this era, front cameras were improved, people started doing duck faces, took mirror pictures, took gym selfies, etc. People's identities became their visual personal brands. In 2014 to 2016, social comparison shifted from people's peers to influencers. People with extravagant and unrealistic lifestyles became praised and normalized. We saw an increase in body surveillance, appearance anxiety, and validation seeking. In 2016, we saw the first mass use of beauty filters and images on selfies. This coined the term Snapchat dysmorphia and normalized the edited self versus real self comparison. In 2020, TikTok's popularity exploded, which was once again a visual first platform. Along with its popularity came viral beauty standards, glow up culture, and constant comparison based on appearance, productivity, lifestyle, and routines. Similar to 2014 to 2016, influencers were idolized even more so on TikTok. In 2020 to 2022, COVID hit the world, which left people with nothing to do other than spend time on their phones and computers. Activity levels decreased, but self-image and appearance issues were at an all-time high. It sent many people into a depressive spiral and they could not escape from. In 2023 to present day, AI beauty filters and face editing apps became extremely popular. It became extremely popular to alter your appearance and post it online, which was not only harmful to your own body image, but harmful to others who were unaware of the altercations. Influencers' AI perfection and comparison to peers skyrocketed. The question, do I look good, became, do I look algorithm worthy? I chose this topic because I too have felt the urge to compare myself to others. I believe it is an issue that almost everyone will go through in their lifetime, and it can only be dealt with when you understand that no one is perfect, even the people that make it seem like they are. Photoshop and Facetune are extremely simple to use and very easily accessed. So even though it may be difficult, people should realize that most of the time they're comparing themselves with someone who isn't even real. This topic is very interesting to me. We compare ourselves and our lives to others, even though we know that people's online representations aren't truly how their day-to-day life is. An influencer known for having the perfect life isn't going to show their bad moments, it isn't part of their brand. but from a viewer standpoint, it just looks like you live the most amazing life. It wasn't until I grew up and started studying marketing that I understood how silly it is to compare yourself to others online. Social media has created an environment with harmful and unrealistic beauty standards that are constantly reinforced, especially for young people. Many young girls are exposed to idolized images, filters, and edited content to promote a very narrow definition of what it means to be beautiful. In a study, it was said about 8 in 10 girls say they compare themselves to how other people look online, and half report that it destroys their self esteem. The issue shows up through perfect photos, beauty filters, influencer culture, and trends that reward a specific body type or skin tone. Because social media is algorithm based, people see this content all day, every day on their feeds, so it starts to feel normal and achievable, even though it's usually unrealistic or edited. Young people may start to believe that they aren't good enough, which can lead to lower self esteem and confidence. This issue directly affects mental health. When people tie their self worth to likes, comments, or unrealistic beauty standards, it can increase their anxiety and beauty dissatisfaction. The first case study I chose is the story of Ashley Thomas. She was diagnosed with anorexia at the age of 13 and trying to copy thin bodies that she constantly saw on social media. It started as a search for healthy food and fitness, but quickly turned into an obsession. Her condition became so severe that she needed to be hospitalized and her heart even stopped twice. Her experience shows that influencer culture, diet trends, and validation through likes can push people towards dangerous behaviors, making them think that it's unhealthy. The second case I chose is a lawsuit against Instagram and TikTok. In 2021, Caroline Koziel argued that the algorithms on social media flooded her feed with eating disorder content after she searched for workout tips. This case is part of a much larger legal movement involving thousands of people who claim social media companies knowingly designed addictive features that harm young people's mental health. Social media promotes idolized body images, which can have a serious effect on people, communities, and organizations. Especially for young people, the constant exposure to curated images and influencer content is linked to body dissatisfaction, low self esteem, and eating disorders. This harms both their mental health and physical health and can interfere with daily functioning, academic performance, and overall quality of life. At the community level, the pressure to conform normalizes unrealistic beauty standards, and it creates an environment where comparison, diet culture, and negative body images become common. Over time, we could see an increase in the number of people needing medical and psychological support. For organizations, especially healthcare and social media companies, this could lead to higher costs, greater demand for services, and a lot of ethical responsibility to address the harmful content online. Short term, we will see increased anxiety, poor self esteem issues, and eating disorders. In the long term, the effects can worsen to chronic eating disorders, lifelong mental health conditions, and higher public health burdens. There are several ways we can try to reduce the effects of social media comparison. At the community level, kids should be taught in school that social media isn't always real life. Many kids believe that they see online what they see online affects real life, but it's usually just the highlights. Communities can also promote more face-to-face interaction and supportive environments, such as friends, counseling, and mentorship. Organizations can take responsibility and mandate adjusted algorithms to fix the current ones that promote unrealistic beauty standards. They can also implement mental health resources and screen time tools when people are on the app for too long. For schools, they can require a core class that promotes healthy habits when it comes to social media. Social comparison is human nature at this point, but it becomes harmful when we use it to judge ourselves instead of understanding ourselves. On social media, we constantly compare our real lives to other people's highlight reels, which makes us feel like we're falling behind. One thing I think would help is changing the way we think about comparison. Instead of saying they're better than me, we can say, what can I learn from this? This can help shift the comparison from discouraging to motivating. Another strategy is focusing more on your own progress. Things like setting personal goals or writing down small wins can help measure success based on yourself, not someone else. Spending time with real life friends and family matters too. When you feel happy in your own life, you're more supported by others. You're less likely to care about things online. In conclusion, social media and social comparison go hand in hand, and it's only getting worse over time. The case studies and research show that unrealistic beauty standards and algorithms can impact self-esteem, mental health, and physical health. However, we are not powerless against it. If we change the way we think about comparison, spend more time with friends and family, and push for healthier online environments, we can reduce the negative effects. Social media itself is not the problem, it's how we use it and how it's designed. If we become more aware and more intentional, we can shift social media as a tool for inspiration.